Hi, everybody. It's Laura Kane After Dark, the podcast that is just spreading across the whole world. It's incredible. With my co-host, Eric Rimmer.
Hi.
We're going to talk about the Emmys, and we're going to talk about my Rent-A-Friend date that happened on Saturday.
Oh, boy.
But first, let's talk about the Emmys, which made me fall asleep. The most boring Emmys I think I've ever watched.
Yeah, it was.
Now, is it because there's no host
that
it doesn't like move along, or
do you know that it only ran 3 minutes over without there being a host? Which, I mean, they need something to fill the.
They
time.
do. It's just it's too. It needs some cohesion.
Yeah.
It needs like glue.
Yeah, it was boring. Well, there were a couple moments that I really liked.
Okay.
So, I loved Patricia Arquette's speech about her brother.
Oh yeah.
Because her brother was Alexis Arquette, who was
trans,
and he committed suicide.
Oh man.
So her speech was really good.
I loved Bryan Cranston. What he started the Emmys.
I did too.
He would have been an awesome host.
He would have been a great. Did you read his biography?
No.
That just came out. It's
no.
Really good.
Oh, I love it. Okay, wait. First of all, when he said TV has never been better, he's not kidding.
No.
We have so many things to watch, so many platforms to watch it on.
Yeah.
So much good TV, and I just love him so much. And the Breaking Bad movie's coming out October 11th, but we'll get to that later.
Oh. What?
Did you know?
No.
You didn't know?
No.
On Netflix, October 11th.
Oh my gosh.
It follows where Jesse left off. Remember when he was driving off?
Yes. So I blame you completely 100% for my addiction to Breaking Bad.
You're welcome.
Yes.
You are welcome.
So when you were on the air with Jeff and Jer show,
yes,
you were all talking about, and I was like, I'm not watching that trashy show, a bunch of meth dealers or whatever. And I called in, and you and I think it was Jerry.
Oh yeah, Jerry.
Were like, Eric, you dummy, watch it. I happened to be in Best Buy, and they had like the first season for like $5 on DVD, and I was like, oh, it's $5. But I watched the entire thing in one night. I went back the next day and bought the other 3 seasons. Yeah.
Did you watch all 5 seasons?
All of them. I have all of them.
Okay.
Yeah, I love that show.
It's called El Camino. I think that's what the movie's called.
Oh, my God.
But October 11th. Okay, back to the Emmys. So, I liked Roseanne Arquette's speech. I liked Bryan Cranston when he came out. I liked the Kim and Kendall Jenner.
Oh, that
or Kim
was.
Kardashian, Kendall Jenner. Did you like Kendall's dress?
I did. I loved it.
It was pretty cool.
It was really
latex turtleneck, long sleeve black with a red floral dress over it. Who made it?
Richard Quinn.
That was very unusual, but I really did like it.
I bet she was hotter than hell on that carpet, though.
Or when she took it off, she must have been soaking wet.
Oh, my gosh, because latex is... Oh, God, it's like wearing a leather jacket in the middle of summer.
Oh,
like,
my gosh.
She must have just been dying. Because, I mean, even celebrities that were on the... Because the carpet was purple this year.
Yeah.
Instead of red, celebrities that were on the purple carpet as they entered were like, oh, my God, it's so hot. And they were in very little. Like, they were in, like, summer dresses, and the women were, and... velvet was a big thing.
Or puffy sleeves with the pink puffy sleeves and the red dress part. There were a couple of those combos.
Yeah,
I didn't like.
It wasn't a Valentine's Day dance. I don't know why they chose to wear that color combination.
Heck?
But yeah, a lot of the men wore velvet tuxedos, and I thought, you all must be just dripping wet.
Oh gosh.
And there was so many. I don't know if it was the fact that there wasn't a host, but there was so many celebrities there where I was like. I mean, when I was doing kind of the fashion run-through yesterday for our podcast, I was like, I didn't know who half the people were.
Okay, the people... What's Fleabag?
I don't know. I did research on that after she won 3 out of 4 nominations. And she's a British comedian that presented this show, and they picked it up. I don't know if it's on Netflix or what it's on. But she was very gracious and everything, but... All I know it's a comedy about a nymphomaniac. That's all I know.
Nobody has ever said to me,
No.
you've got to watch Fleabag. It's awesome. I mean, people have been talking about The Boys. Have you heard about The
Yes.
Boys? People have been talking about that a lot.
Yeah.
But in The Haunting of Hill House, that was a while ago. But nobody's ever said Fleabag.
No.
But that won a bunch of awards.
Yeah, and the previews that I watched looked hilarious.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it looked really funny. But, there was I know Ryan Seacrest at one point said, coming down the purple carpet is the mother of dragons. And I was like, what's Kris Jenner doing here? And it was Emilia Clarke.
Yes.
And she looked great.
She's beautiful.
But then the other Game of Thrones
the
actress,
big tall one that plays the knight. She's the one that was knighted. She's tall. She has short blonde hair.
Yes, Gwendolyn
and
Christie.
White eyelashes.
Yes, the one that looks kind of albino-ish.
Yes,
very,
very much so.
It was in that horrible Gucci number. I was like...
It was almost like a queen's outfit.
It was. It was
not.
like a weird robe, like caftan thing, like Golden Girls. I was like, oh, that is hideous. And then I just heard some gossip from somebody that actually is a part of the Emmys that said that she nominated herself.
You can nominate yourself for an Emmy.
Yes. Did you know that?
No, I did. Wait a minute. So
she I don't know how you do it, but she nominated herself. I was like, how vain do you have to be that you're like, well, I wasn't nominated, so I'm just going to nominate myself.
I think I'm going to nominate you next year.
I'm going to nominate you.
Thank you.
And then we should host it together.
Yes.
We'd be fabulous.
Okay. Do you think it's because people just don't want that pressure anymore and it's just not worth the money to get all that backlash? Because no matter how good you do, there's always going to be those people that are like, oh, Jimmy Kimmel sucked, or Tina Fey sucked, but when they're really good.
It could be, but I just wonder if viewership was down. Oh, it's really
down
after this.
Yeah.
After this thing. But there were some good moments. Like back to the Kardashians and that moment.
Oh, yeah.
So I don't know if you were asleep at this point or if you saw it, but Kim Kardashian was wearing Vivienne Westwood. And once again, it was too low cut and too tight and too short. And, she had all the crosses around her neck. And
oh, yeah, she had those heavy chains.
Long, straight hair and all that stuff. And she could barely walk in that dress. So when they were coming out to present, because they presented for Best Reality Show, she had to take these little teeny tiny steps, and she kept stepping on Kendall's dress, which was super wide.
Oh, gosh.
So it took them forever to get out there. And then when they got out there, Kim and Kendall said, oh, well, being reality show, people, we know, how it's spontaneous and, it's unfiltered and real. We're real people. And the entire audience started laughing.
That was awesome. And Kendall's look, the look in her eyes was like kind of shock and horror. Like,
let's get out of here.
Yeah.
Let's just run and get out of here.
Oh my gosh. That was pretty good.
Yeah. But, I really, I liked that moment. And then I liked Billy Porter's speech.
Now, who's Billy Porter?
Billy Porter is Pose. So we've got to talk about these Pose people for a second.
Okay.
And that show. If you haven't watched that show, it's on FX. It's amazing. It takes place.
The soundtrack is insane.
Oh my God. I have looked to try and get that soundtrack. You can't download anything from it. I don't know why.
Yes, you can.
Can you?
Yes, I downloaded the whole first season soundtrack. It's got Shaka Khan on it.
Oh my
it's
gosh.
Got like
okay,
all
I've been looking in the wrong place then.
I think I got it from. I forgot where I got it from.
Okay,
but
we'll
anyway,
have to figure it out
figure it
because
out.
that soundtrack is ridiculous.
It's amazing.
And it takes place during the Madonna kind of Vogue era where they have like these dance competitions and everybody's just elaborately dressed and it's kind of underground, and he plays like the facilitator of all the voguing contests and dance contests and stuff. And India Moore and MJ Rodriguez are two of the actresses in there. And on the carpet, MJ Rodriguez was in the big pink with the black bow. She looked beautiful. And India Moore is the other actress that's in Pose.
Was she the one that was wearing the white Louis
Louis
Vuitton?
Vuitton.
Oh, I loved that.
So she's the face of Louis Vuitton, and they're both trans. And to look at them, and
they're gorgeous.
You would never know
Flawless.
that they used to be men. They're unbelievably beautiful.
Yes.
And just very elegant, and they're so good on that show. That show is Ryan Murphy. And,
he
did
does a lot of
Desperate Housewives and American Horror Story and a lot of that stuff. And it's just beautifully written, and it's funny, and it's sad. And
so who's Billy? What was he in?
Billy Porter is the...
I mean, no, what kind of outfit was he in? So I can picture him.
He was in that Michael Kors, that black and silver striped suit. But the suit was okay. It was the hat that just threw me. It looked like
that friggin' hat, that weird thing that kind of jutted out to the side, and half a cowboy hat, half a sombrero.
Yeah. Now, mind you, I was eating nachos at the time, and so I wanted to dump the whole thing in the top of that hat and just put a little salsa in there because it was a weird, like sombrero half.
Weird.
Thing. But I love him. He's got a beautiful, beautiful singing voice. And if you haven't watched Pose, it is amazing.
Okay.
It is just an amazing show. But
do you like The Marvelous Miss Maisel?
I have not watched it.
I started watching it, and it's quick, and it's witty, and it's funny, but maybe that's just not what I like. I just didn't feel like I wanted to watch anymore.
Yeah.
But they won a bunch last year, and they won a bunch this year.
Yeah. I mean, there's shows like that everybody hears about, but then there's ones that win all this stuff like Fleabag that I've never heard of before.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, I've never heard of them before.
So the other Louis Vuitton you didn't like?
Oh, Michelle Williams? No, I hated it. Hated it.
Oh my gosh!
It looked like she was going to a funeral. It was just black and boring, and
You're talking about my baby Louis Vuitton.
I know. I'm sorry, and I'm sorry to your handbag.
Her name is Abby. Please.
Abby, I'm sorry. She's sitting on the floor right next to us. I'm sorry, Abby. But yeah, I was just really... Oh, my God. Did you see what Kristen Cavallari was wearing?
No.
So she was wearing... It was by Nicole and Felicia Couture. It was bright yellow.
Okay.
With this weird slit and this hideous bow. And all I did was say, bye, Felicia. When I heard who it was, Nicole and Felicia, and I was like, bye, Felicia. Because whoever put her in that... And I was couture, and it was hideous. Jenny McCarthy looked terrible.
Oh, yeah.
And... It wasn't so much the hair and the dress. I cannot say it enough. It was one of those short in the front, long in the back, like a mullet dress, I think they call it. It was hideous.
Like a can girl.
Oh,
kinda.
God. It was awful. And she had big combat boots.
What?
And, yes. And with these weird accessories that were these big chains. And and the face work. I can't even get into the face work. She doesn't even look like Jenny McCarthy anymore. She looks like, remember Waylon and Madame? He was that guy, that ventriloquist that had that weird doll.
Yes.
Okay.
I saw him at Pride one time. Remember
we
saw him at Pride?
We did. He sat next to you. Yes.
And he had the doll.
Yes, he had the doll. And I'm telling you right now.
Does she know she looks like that?
I don't get it. Like, when you start to look like a doll, that's when you need to stop. Like
an exaggerated doll.
Like with all the fillers and the pulling so tight, and I'm like, oh my God, it's just crazy.
I'm so doing that though.
Oh,
when things start going south.
No, please,
which they're starting to.
Oh, no, please don't.
Yes, I have to.
But I mean, if you guys want to just get like Amy Poehler had this weird gold jumpsuit on with this black undone tie.
Oh yeah,
that was awful. I thought for best dress, like Zendaya looked really good.
Yeah.
And she's on that
Euphoria.
Show. Oh my God, she's so good. It is
so good. It's hard to watch, but it's also beautiful the way it's filmed.
Oh yeah, she's really good. It was an odd choice. I think the purple carpet detracted from a lot of the outfits. I don't know why, but it was an odd choice for a carpet color. But she was in, and this is no dig. I love her style. I think she's fantastic. Her stylist... I don't know. The dress was green, and it was Vera Wang, but she had like bright kind of orange red hair, and she had like a lot of bronzer on.
Yes,
so she kind of looked like the wife of Shrek.
Shrek's wife.
And it's no dig, but I mean, if you go and look at the dress,
The
and
coloring.
then, yeah,